Got to make sure it's recording. Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good. I can't complain at all. We here live at Sexx Down South.
Yes.
This is SDS 10. Uh, yeah, I'm excited to be here. This is my second one of these.
This is my second one too.
Oh, all right,
I
cool.
went in 2022.
Okay.
Oh.
2023 was the first one that I
Okay.
went to. Yeah. But we got a guest today. We're here with Simi, the sexual intellectual.
Hello, everyone.
I get you to just introduce yourself?
Yes. So, hello, everyone. My name is Simi Nassar. I am from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, and I am the owner of Simi Sexx. And I'm also the executive director of the Sexual Intellectual Movement Foundation, aka the STEM Foundation. I have a background in public health, and I've been in sexual health for about 8 years now.
Congratulations.
Thank
so
you.
When we talked before, Simi Sexx wasn't a nonprofit, right? So this is fairly new?
Yes, so the STEM Foundation is the nonprofit.
Okay.
So Simi Sexx is the for-profit. Simi Sexx is what started this journey. I started in my undergrad year in 2019. I was in my human sexuality class. Dr. Bash, she's actually here now.
Yeah, she is.
That is my
around.
Yes, that was my professor in undergrad. So I volunteered at her SDSCON conference that she hosts, and I was just in a space, and I'm like, wow, it's so many Black women, Black people talking about sexual health. I never knew that this space existed, and I wanted to make a difference. It's like, okay, I see the adults here, but where are the young adults? How can I get the young adults in these conversations? So I was in my senior year in undergrad, and I said, in order to first get them there, we have to first start the conversation. So I'm like, aha, t-shirt conversation. We love t-shirts, we love sayings, so why not make it fun and informative? So that's how I came up with sexual intellectual. So I define a sexual intellectual as a person who studies sexual relationships and gives advice or makes reports. So when someone sees your shirt and says, "What's a sexual intellectual?"
Is that what's on the back?
You can give them that definition on the back.
Are you able to spin around kind of so you can see what it is?
I'm sorry.
Oh, you good?
You can give that definition on the back of the shirt or your own definition, but by just having that conversation with a stranger, we're breaking the stigma and we're talking about sexual health. And that was the whole purpose that my mission that I wanted to achieve. Yeah. So very grateful how that space and being in the space have opened many doors for me. That's what inspired me to start my nonprofit that I just started in January 2024, the Sexual Intellectual Movement Foundation, just kind of spinning off sexual intellectual, but now it's not just me, it's a whole movement. And with that foundation, we host community events in Atlanta. We're hosting our first one next year, so we're super excited about that. Just giving queer BIPOC folks a community space where they can have access to sexual health vendors, a sex positive medical provider, mental health therapist, and still mix fun with education, but just focusing on BIPOC community, especially queer Black women.
Yeah, and I guess this is a real good place to like shout out the importance of sexual health being more expansive, more inclusive to conversations around pleasure, relationships, aspects of sex, sexuality that don't directly involve intercourse, because I think that gets lost in the conversations around sex positivity, and we just miss out on the consent, the boundaries, the accountability, the ability to find support, how to identify healthy relationships, what to do if you're in an abusive relationship, right? Respecting boundaries, navigating rejection. None of these things have to do with sex, but they all translate into sexual relationships. And it sounds like we're sort of bridging that gap in communication to give youth or young adults the communication skills that they need in order to combat stigma.
Absolutely. That's why I love so much what you're doing, and that's why I reached out to you, because I'm like seeing a Black man in this sexual health space that is dominated majority by women or people of all genders. Just seeing a Black man in this space is like, wow, like this is what we need. We can't just all keep doing the work. So that's why I reached out to you, because it's like the stigma that you're breaking already is just amazing, and we need more Black men to start having conversations about their sexual health, and so it won't be a one-sided conversation. So I really do appreciate the work that you're doing.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I thought I was just going to be talking to you, but yeah, it's important to me, and I'm taking part in more like projects that revolve around that aren't just like herpes related, because I'm recognizing how much of a box that puts people in.
Right.
It's very hard for people to support.
Right.
There's such a predominant stigma around
Right.
it as is. So how do we get more people involved in the conversations? How do we get more Black people involved in the conversations? And I think that the only way to really do that is to begin to transform the conversation to be more from these places. Like we're at Sexx down south, right? I'm learning a lot of things from queer BIPOC communities that weren't psychologically accessible to me as a straight Black man before me entering this space. So the importance of me being able to come here and distill the information in a way that's more digestible or relatable to people who might be where I was 10 years ago. I think this is where we really begin to reshape like sexuality, especially in Black communities, the word itself, sex positivity, and redefining pleasure. So this has really become what my work has evolved into beyond just herpes. So I love to see how things are evolving for you. I'm seeing how things are evolving for me and in this space in general. So I appreciate what you're doing and the growth that you've been experiencing as well.
Thank you so much. And then I just remember,
don't let me forget to let you tell people how they can find you, because I will.
I won't forget. I just remember couple of months ago having that conversation with how to start a nonprofit, especially in this space. So I'm definitely grateful for the community, because this community is just not sexual health focused. We're all business entrepreneurs as well. So you can get so much from this space, especially right now at Sexx Down South, seeing all these BIPOC people being themselves, being in a space where we can truly feel liberated. Because honestly, where can you find a conference where you don't have to professionalize what you're doing to the world? You can't find anywhere else but Sexx Down South to truly be your authentic self. So I'm forever grateful for Tia and Marla for creating this amazing space and having amazing people like you.
Oh, thank you. And you.
Thank you.
All right. So how can people connect with you, Simi?
So people can connect with me on Instagram at Simi Sexx. That X, Simi Sexx has 2 X, so SIMISEXX_. And you can also connect with me. My website is www.simisexx.com. And if you want to join the sexual and intellectual movement, you can follow our nonprofit Instagram at The Sim Foundation. It's simple. If you go to one page, you'll find another in the bio. And that website is www.thestimfoundation.org. I look forward to connecting with the community, and I hope you join the sexual intellectual movement.
Yeah, don't make the same mistake I made. I was looking up Simi Sexx. I was like, why can't I find it? I put Simi, like a little bit of sex.
Yeah.
It's SIMI.
Yeah, it's SIMI because I'm Simitri and I am the owner of Simi Sexx. So you're not having sex until you're having Simi Sexx.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes.